Hey guys, I'm SKV and you're watching SKV Plays On, and welcome to another video of Dauntless. And if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you like it a bit more, please do subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let me get straight to the point. I'm gonna be doing this video mainly for the rapid break parts and how to farm them and what weapon I'm using. You can choose whatever you want, and I'm just gonna show you what you need to do and which type of behemoths you need to fight for which type of particular or specific break parts, especially the rapid break parts. And as you can see, I pretty much got the elemental tail gem, which is a rapid break part from the firebrand, and you can see that I got killed, but that was on purpose. It's a trick that I use. It's not so much as a trick, it's just being smart. What you need to do is get a build set up for yourself, especially for your break part damage. I usually go for break part damage with cunning, and also make sure I have a little bit of conditioning, but you could always make sure you can have some weighted strike also, depending on whether or not you want to interrupt some behemoths with your chain blade. I'm using weighted strikes mainly because I want to interrupt behemoths, especially the Embermane, Firebrand Embermane. No, not Firebrand. Firebrand Charog is one. Embermane is the Bloodfire Embermane. Right now, rapid breaks are from behemoths that are at threat level 8 and above. 8 and above. So make sure whenever you go for rapid break parts for your exotic weapons, especially, you always go for behemoths such as Rage Tail. Anything that is having a different name or the higher version of the normal names that you see for behemoths, like Nasher, the next higher version is a Rage Tail, the next one is a Heroic Rage Tail. You don't have to go for Heroic or Heroic Plus. You just have to go for the Dire Patrol level because they are at 8 plus threat level difficulty. So go for those for your rapid break parts. These are the ones that give you the exotic weapon related rapid break part materials. So here's my build, and why I'm doing this is because most of them on the other platforms other than PC may not know that some of the parts they need for their exotic weapon upgrades are actually rapid breaks. This is the problem right now. I don't know when they're going to update it or send a hotfix or kind of make it right for other platform users like PS4 and Xbox, so that they can be able to see the description properly. I don't know if it's already available, but right now, from what I know, some of my friends couldn't really upgrade their parts or weapons or whatever because their exotic weapons did not have the proper description. Right now you can see the description along with the name, and it tells you at what threat level you'll be getting this particular material also. Some of the exotic parts are not shown here because I've already upgraded it beyond level 10. So I won't be able to show you what are the elemental parts that you need or neutral parts that you need. But from what I've seen, many of the platform users, like the console users, the console players, don't have the description. They just have the name of it. Like for example, neutral claw gem, which you get from neutral behemoths. That much you can understand because it says neutral. When it says elemental claw gem, that means you have to get it from an elemental behemoth. But here's the problem: you don't know which part gives the specific elemental claw gem or neutral claw gem. So whenever it says claws, that means it's from the legs of the behemoth. Whenever it says tail gem, it's from the tail. And whenever it says neutral, it's from a neutral behemoth. And when it says elemental, it's from an elemental behemoth. If in case it says Aethric, if the name has Aethric in it, the word Aethric, that means that it's always elemental. Again, it's elemental behemoths. Whenever Aethric is used, it's for elemental behemoths because elemental behemoths are the only ones go into Aether charge. Not really, but Aether Charge is when the behemoth kind of uses its elemental effect. That's when you know that the behemoth is in its aetheric mode or aether mode. That's when you know you can get aetheric parts if you break it off when it's in that particular mode. Similarly, you have other modes on a behemoth like rage mode. That's when you need to break off the part in case you need fury related parts or materials. Any material that's named like fury plate or fury tail, that's when you should understand that those are the parts that you get from enraged behemoths, meaning you have to break off the part during the behemoth being in a rage mode. It doesn't have to do with 2-minute breaks or within 2 minutes or anything. It's not a rapid break when it comes to aetheric or fury related parts. It's only a rapid break when it comes to neutral and elemental claw gems or tail gems. Anything related to the word neutral and elemental directly, that's when you should understand it's a rapid break. But of course, these are only for exotic weapons, so these are the behemoths I usually go for. Neutral behemoths, the ones which I choose are the Ragetail Gnasher. Easy. You don't have to go for a heroic Ragetail or heroic plus whatever. You don't have to go for... Actually, you can go for even Moonriver Strike if you're really good at it. But for Moonriver Strike, it's always good to have Weighted Strike because he's going to be flying into you. And if you want him to stop, you need to do that particular interrupt. So Weighted Strikes +6 definitely helps you interrupt the behemoth pretty easily. But instead of that, you can go for a Ragetail Gnasher because it's more easier, I would say. If you can, of course, avoid the tail, that is, the tail that keeps doing the slam damages. But mainly because you can get a lot of break part damage done on the Ragetail legs. And the legs are going to give you the claw gem. And if you want the tail, you can always break off the tail within 2 minutes and you can get the neutral tail gem. Similarly, for elemental, I always choose either Firebrand or we go for Bloodfire Embermane, and also we have the Nezaga Shockjaw, which I usually go for. Where is it? Shockjaw Nezaga. Shockjaw Nezaga is mainly because I used to go for Aetheric, the Aetheric charged head or crown or something like that. It was a very long time ago. I don't know if they have it now. I don't think they have it now because I see a lot of them only going for the legs and tail most of the time. Nothing to do with Aetheric head or Aetheric crown plate or something like that. If it is related to Aetheric or fury, those words are mainly not rapid breaks, but you do have to get them at a specific time or when the behemoth is in a specific mode. Like if it's in Aether mode, it's going to be using its specific elements to hurt you. That's when you need to break the parts. Or if it's a fury plate or fury tail that you need to cut off the tail or the part when it's in its rage mode. That's why they gave the name Fury. That means it's furious, it's in rage mode. So that's when you need to break it. Now coming to the main reason why I'm making this video and showing off my build right now is because I'm going to be doing a little bit of break part damage, and as you saw at the beginning of the video, I pretty much got killed on purpose. I didn't get killed because I was weak. I got killed on purpose. Just keep that in mind, okay? I did not get killed. I let him kill me. So the reason why I do that is because as soon as I get the parts, I don't have to wait until I actually take down the behemoth. As soon as I get the rapid breaks, I get killed. I just get out of the hunt. You still keep all the parts intact even if you die. Just make sure you break the parts. It doesn't matter even if you didn't pick it up. As soon as you break the parts, that means it already counts towards your achievement of getting that part. But the problem is that the part damage that you do and the part breaks that you get is going to be random. So don't think that it's 100% guaranteed that you'll get the claw gem, but it's definitely around 80 to 90% for sure. So you have a really high chance of getting the claw gems, the rapid break parts that you need. But to make it even more better chance, even more of a better chance to get those parts, make sure you go solo. I'm telling you this because you can go with a good team of players and get things done within 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever. But it's still a chance that the other player might get whatever parts you needed. And if you've seen my stream, you'll know that one of them, Disaster, keeps stealing all the parts that I need. So I always go solo to get the rapid breaks. And sometimes, yeah, it works out for me when I go solo. So try to go solo, get it done. Right now I'm going for a neutral, and this is my build. This is my build right here. I always choose a, let me just start off the hunt. I'm going to be doing a neutral claw gem rapid break right now on the Rage Tail. Actually, you know what, I'll do it on the Moonriver Strike for a change, and make sure it's always threat level 8 or higher so that it's easier. And the main reason I tell you to go solo is not only because of the randomness of the drop, it's also because the HP of the break part damage is a bit lower when you're a solo player. It kind of scales with whatever number of players there are in a group. Right now, pretty much this is the weapon I'm using, Rezakiri, mainly because of the cunning and also the 10% chance for attacks to hit twice. And also, since I am going for Moonriver, I am using the +6 weighted strike to interrupt it, which you'll see. And of course the Blade Storm, +6 because of the chest piece. I'm using the cutterback chest piece. And the arms are from the strike. Rest everything is not really important because I'm pretty much using a Iceborne +6. Is because I got used to Iceborne too much. You don't really need Iceborne. You can actually go for, instead of Iceborne, you can make it a Predator. Instead of that, you can make it maybe Evasive Fury for extra speed. You can even make it maybe a Power Cell slot type of a build where you can have Rage, or you can have Rage Hunter, but I don't think you really need those that much. But what is necessary is a +3 conditioning, because Chain Blades uses up a lot of stamina, especially the combo which I'm using. It's that vertical spinning blade, which I'll be using a lot. And speaking of this rapid break, the timer doesn't count as soon as you land on the island. The timer starts ticking for the rapid break only when you get that first hit on the behemoth. That's when the timer starts. So make sure that you get to the behemoth quickly, and as soon as you get the first hit, make sure you don't stop. Make sure you keep your target set, waiting for it to fly towards me. Nope. Legs are what you need to go for. And as you can see, I'm using weighted strike mainly for that particular reason, to interrupt it. Oh, that was close. I got that leg. I'll pick it up later. But first I need to get the other leg as well. Ah, he's not sticking in one place. This is bad. Oh boy, this is bad. Okay, got him. I mean, the 2 minutes are already up, I think. Or not. Check it out. I did not get the neutral claw gem. Let me see if the other part over there is the neutral claw gem. There we go, got a neutral claw gem into 2. Not bad, I got 2 of them from 1 leg. Like I said, it is random though, so it's always best to go solo. And I am using the Drask lantern, especially because it increases the damage for a few seconds, and the weighted strike always kinda does a lot of stagger damage, so I don't have to worry about too much. But the weighted strikes definitely also helps me get a lot of interrupts on this particular behemoth. Like I said, you don't have to keep fighting it as soon as you get the parts that you need. Once you get the parts that you need, just put the weapons back and wait till the behemoth goes crazy and destroys you pretty much. There we go. And done. Okay, that's it. Pretty much that's how you get the neutral one. Now I'll show you how to get the elemental one. Hopefully this kind of helps out. This is the easiest way to kind of finish off the hunt quickly and get back to the city. You don't have to wait for all the riffraff. And here we go. I pretty much picked up the neutral claw gem, as you can see. Even though I die, I still keep the parts. That's one good thing about the game right now, because trust me, we did not have this during the alpha or closed beta. So we had to pick up everything and we had to finish the hunt in order to keep the parts. Right now you guys are lucky because, well, you can keep the parts even though you don't pick it up, so okay you. Anyways, here we go. I am going to go for a neutral. No, I'm going for a elemental type right now. You can choose whichever elemental type you think is easy for you. For me, I always go for Bloodfire Mermaid. I mean, I can go for Firebrand Charog. It's kinda easy because it just keeps crawling here and there, doing attacks, and you can avoid it. But Bloodfire keeps moving around a lot, which kinda keeps it interesting for me. And since I have my weighted strike on my chain blades, I don't have to worry about it running around too much. I can keep interrupting it as much as possible, and I can keep getting the particular claw gem that I need, which is the elemental claw gem. Right now I'm gonna show you the break part damage that I'll do with this blade and get the elemental claw gem. Also, I'll try to show you if I can get Aetheric gems or Aetheric claw if I can. As soon as the behemoth goes into an Aether mode, not the rage mode but the Aether mode, when you see the behemoth engulfed in its own elemental form, that's when you need to break it. That's when it's Aether charged. And Bloodfire, the only easiest way to know that it's in Aether mode is when it has the flames coming out of his head, tail and all that. Rage mode also has the flames coming out, but Rage mode kind of gives you more fury related materials, so make sure it's not in a rage mode if you want some Aetheric related parts. But right now I'm going to concentrate mainly on the rapid breaks, which I will show you right now. He's going to run around a bit, try to get me riled up, but come on. There we go. I can and as you can see, the weighted strikes definitely helps me out. I mean, I am getting hit, but look at the amount of scratches on the behemoth already. And I got a part. Come on, get up. There we go, got another part. Got another part. Got another part. Well, he went into his rage mode. I'll show you if I can get the fury related tail right now. It's in its rage mode. Oh, and it's out of its rage mode. At least we're getting some. Trying to do a little bit of damage on the tail, but let's see. Oh, he's going into his crazy mode. I'm just gonna pick up and see if I got it or not. Smoldering. There we go. Elemental Skull Gem I got. Elemental Skull Gem. So I guess I did not get the Claw Gem. He is in his Aether mode right now. So what I need to do is those green color orbs are pretty much dull arc stones, which are not really that important. There we go. Ah, getting stuck near his. And he went into his rage mode. Don't know how to get around this now because he keeps not getting killed, mainly because I want to show you guys that I can get the particular oh, come on! Let me get that stupid tail. And he's out of his Aether mode as well. Oh man, this sucks. I wanted to show you guys that I could get the Aether and Fury. Seems like I'm not gonna be able to show you guys that because I wasn't too careful. There we go. Cut off the tail way too late. But yeah, that's about it. Pretty much. I usually go for this one because it's more faster for the front two legs and also the head to break off pretty quickly. Oh come on, you could have just finished me off. I could have. Anyways, that's about it for this video. I'm making this video mainly as a Sunday video, and I'll be posting it well, on Sunday, which is going to be today probably. Because well, I should probably get killed. Yeah, but yeah, that's about it. That is the particular build I have. You can always go for the Embermane chain blades depending on whether you're going for a frost type or whatever. It definitely helps as a break part chain blade also. You don't have to kind of use weighted strike. You can always go for Firebrand Charp for the easy tail parts and leg parts. It's pretty possible, but as you can see, I got the Elemental Skull Gem that you need within 2 minutes. Of course, the head kind of broke, but I did not get the. Oh, check it out! I got the Elemental Claw Gem. Huh? I did get it. well, like I said, you can try your luck. But it is random, so that's the main reason why I always say go solo for rapid break parts. That's it. And again, conditioning is important for chain blades, so you can go for that. You can go for whatever build you want, whichever powerful build you want. But I just wanted to show you guys what rapid breaks are and how you can go to different behemoths for rapid breaks. You can choose even other elemental types. Don't choose Dreadfrost. No way you're gonna get anything from it. Probably Scrave would be pretty good. Even Pangar, for the claws, for the legs, for the tail. You can go for actually just go for elemental, just go for Firebrand. But if you have weighted strike, you can have some fun with Embermane, trip him over a little bit, interrupt him, get whatever parts you need within 2 minutes, and then get killed by him, and then get back to the city and start the same thing again and collect whatever parts you need. You can do this grind on your own, but if you kind of get bored, always make sure you go with your friend. Just one more friend would be great. You can go with a whole team if you want, but probably best to go solo because your chances of getting the part that you need is higher, and if someone else gets it, you might kind of be annoyed when you're already grinding and you haven't got it till now, and you're in a hurry to make your exotic weapons, you want to rank up your exotic weapons, etc, etc. Speaking of someone else stealing, look who's messaging me right now. Nanda, it's Disaster. Yo, Disaster, if you're watching this, yeah, you know already. We've already been on the stream, so. Anyways, that's about it. That's my build for the chain blades, for rapid break parts, for your exotic weapons, and the reason why platform console users are not able to see the description exactly and understand that certain parts for the exotic weapons are rapid breaks is because, well, the developers didn't give you that option. So probably in some update they will give you that, so that it'll be easier for you to know the actual part and from which part you'll actually get those rapid breaks too, and from what type, either neutral or elemental, and from a tail or from a leg or from a head. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to explain this, and if you thought that this was taking way too long, then please don't mind. But yeah, this was what I wanted to share. Most of them who are on platform, you may have some issues with that description not being shown and only the name of the part that you need. You probably might be going back and forth on Google, checking out Wikipedia and all that. But yeah, this is my build. You can always go for chain blades. You can always go for any weapon, as long as it's a fast damage dealer like chain blades and sword. You probably are pretty good with getting the break part damage done quickly. Otherwise, it's best to go solo. Just go solo. Take the chain blades, go solo. Chain blades are the most easiest things to get used to. If you don't like the chain blades, then, well, you can pretty much use the same build for your Rezakiri weapon too. It has the same, well, it doesn't have the slot for sharpened, but you still get +6 cutting out of it, and it does have 10% chance for hitting twice, like I said. But yeah, that's about it. You can always go for even Embermane Sword. The 7th hit has the 250% part damage, but here it is mostly the 250%. It's not percent in case of chain blade. It's a flat 250 bonus part damage, but when it comes to sword, you have a higher chance because it says 250% part damage. So the 7th hit is going to do 250% of part damage. It's actually better than the chain blades, I would say. Anyways, that's about it, guys, and I hope I didn't take too much of your time. But well, anyways, don't mind if it was too long a video, but this one's just a Sunday video and I hadn't streamed for a bit this week, so this is just my way of kinda trying to compensate or whatever. But yeah, that's about it. And the main reason for this video is still the fact that I wanted to share the exotic materials that you need by using break part damage and getting your rapid breaks. Again, for those of you who don't know rapid brakes are the brake parts that you get from behemoths, either neutral or elemental. Within 2 minutes of the first hit, the timer doesn't start as soon as you land on the island. It starts as soon as you get close to the behemoth and get the first hit. The first hit is when it starts, and within the 2 minutes of that first hit, make sure you break the part that you're concentrating on, either tail or leg or head. Make sure you get the brake parts done. And again, this is my build which I use. You can go for whichever build which has Blade Storm +6 and Cunning. Just make sure you have Blade Storm, Cunning, and also if you want you can go for Rage, you can go for Sharpen. Make those type of builds pretty much straightforward. Just have a little bit of, well, a whole lot of +6 Blade Storm if you can. Also very important, make sure you have +3 or +6 conditioning. +6 conditioning is awesome, but +3 minimum is required. Please don't neglect the conditioning. It definitely helps with the stamina. Anyways, that's about it. Again, I'm going to end it right here with this video. Again, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you like it a bit more, please do subscribe to the channel. And I think I'll finish it up. And this was my Sunday compensation type video. As always, you guys keep smiling, and sayonara, ta-ta, and see ya. Wait, bye-bye. See ya. I'm done.